What calendar should you use? I chose to look at the Google Calendar versus the Outlook calendar, with the differences and the pros and cons between the two calendars. Let's first look at the differences between the two. So, on the left you can see we are talking about the Google Calendar, whereas on the right we are talking about the Outlook calendar. On the Google Calendar, you can create an event, versus the Outlook, you schedule a meeting or appointment. Google, you can create repeating events, whereas Outlook, you create recurring events. On Google, you can add attendees to an email invitation, whereas the other, you have to add groups or guests to event details. On Google, you have to change the event's owner, whereas on Outlook, you have to completely transfer the ownership of an event by deleting and then recreating the event. On Google, it automatically adds video calls and event details, whereas the other, you have to schedule a conference call. More differences continued. On Google, you use color coding to distinguish events and calendars, whereas Outlook, you just use important markers to identify events, so they don't always stick out. On Google, you add groups or guests to event details, whereas Outlook, you add attendees to an email invitation. On Google, you remove yourself by deleting an event and recreating it with a different owner. On Outlook, you remove yourself from an existing event. On Google, you make a calendar public, whereas Outlook, you have to completely publish a calendar. And lastly, on Google, you narrow time zone selections by the country, and on Outlook, you have to select the time zones for an event. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons of Google Calendar. Starting with the pros, the integration with the Google ecosystem. So, Google Calendar integrates very well with the other Google services that you may use, such as Gmail, Google Drive, Google Meet, which allows for easy collaboration. Cross-platform compatibility. Google Calendar is accessible on various amounts of platforms, such as Android and iOS both make it. Intuitive interface, which means that the calendar features a clean and less cluttered interface. It's way more easier to look around. Robust collaboration features. It offers extensive collaboration capabilities, such as you can share the calendar, you can select setting permissions, and there's integrated event invitations. So this just makes it very easy when you are working with teams or groups, or like we are in school. We can easily share a Google Calendar throughout all of our teachers and the whole entire staff. There's lots of free features. When you think about free, that is a big bonus. With Calendar, there's also a good mobile app functionality. Pro is the task management. Google Calendar includes a built-in task management feature called Tasks. This allows you to create your to-do list or whatever you need to have created. Now, let's talk about the cons of Google Calendar. The first one is the limited integration with non-Google tools. This is just like any other. It's obviously going to be hard if you don't have a Google platform or Google as your main source. Another con is the Google account required. In order to access the Google Calendar, you have to have a Google account created. So, if you do not have a Google account, you will not be able to access a Google Calendar. There's also limited scheduling features, which that means that they may not offer as many advanced scheduling features as the other, like Outlook does. And it's a bit less search functionality, meaning if you use the search a lot and it's a powerful tool, it's not very powerful in the Google Calendar as far as searching for things. Let's compare it to Outlook Calendar at the pros and cons of it. The first pro on Outlook Calendar is the integration with Microsoft Office Suite. So, as mentioned, Outlook Calendar integrates better or perfectly with Microsoft Office. such as Outlook, email, OneDrive, and Teams. The next one is intuitive interface for Windows users especially. Our next one is offline access. As when I was looking at the differences, the offline access, this is one of the more popular elements of Outlook because the Outlook calendar provides an offline access to your calendar. Task management included. It offers a built-in task management feature that allows you to create, assign, or track your tasks. Robust search functionality. With Outlook Calendar, you can easily search for the specific events or what you are specifically looking for. And lastly, the attention to security and privacy. Now, let's talk about the cons of the Outlook Calendar. The first con is that it's less cross-platform support. So Outlook Calendar is available on multiple platforms, but it's best functionable with Microsoft or Windows devices. It has less free features. There's fewer collaboration features, which allows you to share your calendar with others. The collaboration features are not as extensive as it is with Google Calendar. Lower integration with non-Microsoft tools. Mobile app limitations, where a mobile app for iOS and Android devices may not be offered at the same level of functionality with an Outlook calendar. And the dependence on the Microsoft ecosystem. After looking at all the differences between the two and the pros and cons between the two, it really looked like it came down to which productivity suite you're already using, as well as which tools you need. So if you are on Google and you use Google-based, then a Google Calendar is going to work better for you. If you are on Microsoft, then an Outlook Calendar is going to be best for you. Now, let's talk about how to create a Google Calendar. There are 5 simple steps that will help you to create your own Google Classroom. So, the first one, on your computer, open up Google Calendar. Number 2, on the left next to Other Calendars, click Add Other Calendars, create New Calendar. Number 3, add a name and description for your calendar. Number 4, click Create Calendar. And number 5, if you want to share your calendar, click on it in the left bar, then select Share with Specific People. Now, I am going to quickly show you those 5 steps in action. Let's quickly look at how we are going to create a Google Calendar. So the first thing you have to do is open up Google Calendar. Then, on the left-hand side, you can scroll down to where it says Other Calendars. You're going to push that plus sign that says Add Other Calendars. Then create New Calendar. Now, you are going to name your Google Calendar. If you would like to add a description, you may do so. Then you simply click Create Calendar. Now, you have now created your own calendar, and it will now be on your Google Calendar throughout the whole entire time.